Welcome back, and today I wanted to introduce and discuss with you a little bit more about my 2024 custom bodyboards. The Iain Campbell range with Sniper Bodyboards hasn't changed much this year, but there are a bunch of different boards that I'll be trying, and I just wanted to discuss that with you. So let's get straight into it. To start off with the regular boards, not much has changed in the way of shape, design, or build. And I'm still riding with the PP cores for most of my boards this year. My standard customs come with the Infinity Flex system. This adds some extra strength to the board when I'm putting it through its paces, and this also allows me to ride with a single stringer in most of my boards to keep that rigidity. The board is the same as what you would get on the shelf, with all the dimensions being available to you on the Sniper Bodyboard website. This range will come in 3 different colors, being the blue deck with the black slick, a red deck with a fluoro orange slick, as well as the black deck with a silver bottom. There are 2 limited edition boards that Sniper Bodyboards produce. First is the limited edition board with a red deck and double black rails with the quad channel setup underneath. I rode these boards pretty much all of last year with some variations to them. This is a really fun board that has pretty much all the features that you can get on a modern bodyboard. This is sure to be one that you will see me on a number of times this year. The second of the limited edition boards is the ꞕᴜᴘᴘᴏ. This is something that I haven't tried, and I really wanted to try another bat tail this year. If you've been following the channel, you will remember back in 2020 I tried a regular bat tail and it just felt a bit loose. I didn't really enjoy it too much, although I did get some really good waves on the board. However, this ꞕᴜᴘᴘᴏ is very different. The board looks good, it feels great under the arm, and I'm sure it's going to feel a lot more connected to the water. The difference between the 2 types of bat tail is that the ꞕᴜᴘᴘᴏ has a flat section to it. I feel like this will be a very fast shape and still allow for maximum control. This will be fun to have in waves that are a bit more flowing and not super hollow, although I am definitely going to try this out in a bunch of different conditions to really get a feel for it. I will be putting a full video together about this ꞕᴜᴘᴘᴏ, so stay tuned and subscribe to the channel. The next boards on the list are the NRG cores. NRG is a slightly lower density foam that is said to be better, especially in colder conditions, allowing for more flexibility and better resilience. I have tried these in the past and I didn't really feel like they gave me the best ride. Most of the people I've talked to in the bodyboarding community here in the UK are riding NRG boards, and so I've decided to get into a little bit of R&D and try and figure out what is good for me. I have 2 variations with the NRG cores, one being with mesh and the other without. I will find out what works best in the colder conditions, and this is more of a development for the next year's models. I think it will be good to try this in places like up north where it is colder. However, I feel like I will stick to more used PP boards over the more commonly used NRG boards that other riders are using. In October, I will be heading to ꞉ᴜᴘᴘᴏᴛ with Bodyboard Holidays, and I really wanted a board that would hold up in the warmer conditions, so I decided to go with a double stringer. There may be an opportunity to ride in some warmer waters this year before that trip, and I wanted to have some boards that were more prepared for that. I'm really hard on my bodyboards, and warm water is something that makes boards a lot more flexible. However, riding with a double stringer board will keep the rigidity that I enjoy and make my riding experience that much better. I had them in the past when I was in the Maldives and they worked great, so I'm going back to what I know this year. Lastly, we're going to be talking about my drop knee board. I have got a board made specifically for drop knee. As you know, this is a stance that I love to ride, and in the past I have had some boards made specifically for that. Last year I got a board shaped and the feeling was unreal. It had solid control in the water, especially on the rail, and it made a huge difference to my riding. This year, my new shape has a full crescent from rail to rail. This tail spreads a lot more than my last model did, with the limited edition double rail look to it. This board looks amazing and I'm really excited to get it in the water. I have some really fun waves here in the summer that I want to ride on drop knee, so I think this board is going to be an absolute weapon on those waves. Getting new boards is always super exciting. It never gets old peeling the plastic off, washing them down and plugging them for their first ride. I'll be doing a few videos talking more about these boards that I have and giving you a lot more insight into how they ride. For now, if you have any questions, please drop them in the comments down below. If you want to see more, please hit the like button down below, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys next week.